Imagine walking into a store to buy something you want. If you pull out cash, you physically feel the money leaving your hand. If you swipe a credit card, it might not feel like spending money at all, at least not until the bill comes later. This simple different hints at why the old debate of cash versus credit is so sticky. So in this video, we'll break down the pros and cons of each and how they affect your spending behavior and your debt habit and what it all means for your long-term financial health. We'll keep it pretty simple, so whether you're new to budgeting or just curious, everything should make sense. Let's dive into it. Number one, the psychology of spending. Paying with cash and paying with credit can psychologically feel like two different experiences. Cash is tangible. You hand over hard-earned dollars and watch your wallet gets lighter. That visual and physical act create a sense of loss, often making you think twice about purchasing. Credit, on the other hand, is abstract. You swipe or tap, and the number in your account doesn't change immediately. Because the pain of paying is delayed, spending on a card can almost feel like spending free money at that moment. In fact, studies have found that people tend to spend significantly more using a credit card instead of cash. The idea of buy now, pay later can encourage us to be less disciplined. One famous experience at MIT shows that participants were willing to pay almost double for event tickets when using credit card instead of cash. A dramatic illustration of how plastic can pump up your willingness to spend. Research have even observed that swiping a card can trigger a reward center in your brain, a little dopamine rush, whereas handing over cash doesn't spark the same excitement. In short, credit card can lure us into loosening our purse string, while cash tends to make us more mindful. This doesn't mean credit card are evil or that we're foolish for using them. It's just human psychology. But recognizing this behavioral quirk is the key first step. If you're ever wondering why it's so easy to splurge with card or why your wallet seems emptier when you use cash, now you know. Our brain processes the two payment method differently. Now, let's look at the practical pros and cons of each approach, from everyday budgeting to the bigger picture of financial health. Number two, pros and cons of using cash. Using cash can feel refreshing and straightforward. For one, you can't spend more cash than you already have on hand. This makes cash a building budgeting tool. If you head to the grocery store with $30 in your wallet, you physically cannot spend more than $50. This constraint can help prevent impulse buy and keep you on track. Some people take this even further with the envelope budgeting system, a classic strategy where you divide your cash into envelopes for categories like rent, groceries, or fun money. When an envelope is empty, that's it. You hit your limit for that category. This hands-on method forces you to prioritize and plan. It's simple and powerful because once the cash is gone, it's gone, which trains you to live within your means and avoid overspending. Cash also has a few other advantages. It's universally accepted for in-person transaction. No need to worry about a card machine being down or a minimum purchase requirement. There's no hidden fees or interest charge when you pay with cash. A $20 purchase costs you exactly $20 with no string attached. You won't get a surprise bill at the end of the month, and you can't rack up debt by paying in cash. But the thing is, there are downsides to relying on cash. Convenience is a big one. Carrying a lot of cash can be inconvenient and sometimes risky, and if you run out of money in your wallet, you might find yourself stuck. You can't exactly pay for an unexpected online expenses or an Uber ride with a dollar bill. Losing cash is a permanent loss. If your wallet is stolen or you misplace an envelope with your money, there's usually no getting it back. Cash also doesn't come with purchasing protection. For example, many credit cards offer dispute resolution, fraud protection, or extended warranties on purchases. With cash, you're on your own if something goes wrong with product or if there's a fraudulent transaction. Tracking expenses can be harder with cash too because unless you save receipt or write down what you spend, it's easy to lose track of where your money went. One reason some people end up with an empty wallet and no idea why they bought. And importantly, using cash exclusively means you won't build a credit history. For better or worse, your credit score, which affects your ability to get loan, rent apartment, and sometimes even get a job, is built by using credit responsibly. If you never use credit, you might have a thin credit profile, which can make it harder to secure a mortgage or a car loan when you need one. So cash can be great for budgeting discipline and avoiding debt. It's simple and transparent, but it can also be less convenient in today's digital world and lack the perks and protection that comes with credit. Number three, pros and cons of using credit. Credit card can bring a lot of convenience and benefits to the table. For starter, a credit card in your pocket is incredibly versatile. You can pay off things online, over the phone or abroad without a hassle. You don't need to carry a lot of cash for big purchases or worry about exact changes. Credit is also handy in emergencies. If your car breaks down or you have an unexpected medical bill and not enough cash on hand, a credit card can bridge the gap until you sort out the fund. Perhaps one of the biggest pluses, credit cards often come with reward and perks. Depending on the card, you might earn cash back, airline miles, or points for each dollar spent. Over time, those rewards can effectively give you a discount on everything you buy. For example, 1 or 2% cash back on all purchases, or a special point for groceries and gas. Some people make a living using their credit card for all their routines, spending to rack up reward, sometimes called travel hacking, when done to collect miles for free flights. It's like getting a small bonus for spending money, which cash can't offer. Another advantage of credit card is security and protection. If someone steals your credit card or your card number, you can usually call the bank, report fraud, and not be liable for the charges beyond a small amount. Compare that with cash. Stolen cash is just gone. Credit card also provide purchase protection in many cases. You can dispute charges for goods that were never delivered or service not provided, and the card company will investigate. Many card companies extend warranties or electronic or cover rental car insurances and travel insurances. These perks can save you money and give you a peace of mind. Plus, responsibly using a credit card, meaning not carrying a huge balance and paying on time, helps to build your credit score over time. A strong credit score can save you thousands of dollars in interest on big loans later because you'll qualify for better rates. From a budgeting perspective, credit card gives you a detailed statement of every transaction, which can be handy for tracking where your money goes. But with great powers come great responsibilities, right? The downside of credit is that it can be a double-edged sword if misused. The ease of swiping that card can lead to overspending. As we discussed earlier, it just doesn't feel as painful at that moment. This means you might burst your budget before you even realize it. If you spend more on your card than you can pay off from your bank account, you'll start carrying a balance and incurring interest charges. Credit card interests are notoriously high, often around 20% or more annually, which can turn a small debt into a growing problem. Nearly half of American cardholders don't pay their full balance each month. About 46% carry a balance on their credit card, and roughly a quarter of those people fear they may never get out of that debt. This shows you how easy it is to let credit card debt spiral if you're not careful. The habit of just paying the minimum or procrastinating on repayment can seriously hurt your long-term finances and credit score. High balance and late payment will drag down your score, making borrowing more expensive in the future. Number 4, which is better for you? So cash versus credit, which one is better? The honest answer is, it depends on your habit and what helps you manage your money responsibly. Neither cash nor credit inherently are good or bad. They are tools. The better tool is the one that fits your personal finance style and keeps you out of trouble. If you're someone who struggles with overspending or has found yourself in debt before, a cash-first approach might be better. Using cash can act as a natural guardrail. It forces you to reckon with each purchases at that moment, and it's impossible to spend what you don't have. Some financial gurus even recommend trying a cash-only challenge for a month to see how your spending changes. Many people report they spend less and think more when using cash. If sticking to physical money keeps you on track, then there's no shame in mostly using cash. On the other hand, if you have the discipline to pay off your balance in full every month and you keep a close eyes on your budget, then credit card can be very rewarding. For a responsible user, credit can actually be better in the sense that it offers more flexibility, security, and value back through rewards. The key is that you treat the credit card like a cash in your mind, meaning you only spend money that you already have available for that bill. Many savvy budgeters will check their credit card spending against their bank account weekly or set up alerts to stay within limits. The bottom line, cash versus credit isn't a one-size-fits-all answer. It comes down to personal finance habit and what psychological trick you need to play on yourself to save money. If a pocket full of money burns a hole in your pocket and you must spend it, then maybe a card with a straight budget keeps you from impulse buying because you review the statement later. If swiping card feel like free money to you, then stick to cash to keep it real. The goal is to live within your means, avoid high interest debt, and make the most of your money. Both cash and credit can help you do that if used wisely, or hurt you if used recklessly. So thank you guys for watching today's video. If you gain any value from this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and push the notification bell for more on sustainable fashion, personal finance, and minimalism. I'll see you guys in my next video.